Alright, this really isn't a how-to video or nothing, just kind of a buyer beware. I've had these PC engines for a very long time. I don't remember where I got them, obviously eBay, but I want to say they came from an American seller just because of what I found. Now, I bought a briefcase interface unit from somebody in Japan for pretty cheap, not working. I got out one of my briefcases, put in a known working PC engine and CD-ROM into the untested briefcase unit, and it worked fine. So that repair video ended quite abruptly, and then I started grabbing CD-ROM systems, the white ones that I knew needed a gear, and I got a gear put in one and put it into the briefcase and it worked. And then I started grabbing PC engines, and I was immediately thwarted. I grabbed this one up and the first thing I noticed, there's no freaking power switch, and I'm like, what? How did I not know that was in there? I've had these forever and I've never noticed that was missing. And it didn't even dawn on me until I started actually making this video. They put holes in the side of it for composite and stereo out. But I did notice was there was no RF output either. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. So I put that one back down immediately, and I went after this one, and I noticed there's no freaking controller port in there. I'm like, are you shitting me? I got two PC engines that are basically just parts units now because of stuff that's missing that is just not easy to get to. I was like, well, I'll steal this piece of plastic and put it onto this one and have a working unit, right? Well, no. And then I also found this one was missing the RF out too. But what got really interesting was when I started opening them up. This one, someone had driven that screw in so hard that it actually crushed and pushed away the plastic and is now pretty useless. But the real surprise came when I actually opened it up, and I was like, what the hell? So the only obvious answer here is somebody was trying to mod this to play US games. I mean, look at this disaster. I have no idea who did this. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do, but that is a freaking disaster right there. I mean, the good thing is this is easy to replace. You can buy 0.1 inch ribbon cable and just replace that, no problem. But then I started looking closer at it, and I was like, oh, well, it looks like he was trying to ground pin 29, right? Pin, let's see, 27 pad is lifted, pin 28 is completely missing, and so is pin 29. And it looks like pin 30 had been lifted, and they kind of botched it to where it was maybe going back over to the correct trace. And then also pin 26, they put a fix on it. But terrible either way. And I didn't catch it at first, maybe you just did. So then I opened this one up and thought, well, maybe I'll get the controller port out of this one and put it onto this one. Same freaking mess. This is what makes me think it was the same guy. This one looks like he may have actually been somewhat successful, but why every single wire is undone is completely beyond me. I don't understand it. It is a disaster area in here. And then I notice the pin 29 job over here. Same story. But you'll see this one is on this chip and the other one was done on this chip. I was like, oh shit. They weren't even doing the right chip on this one. So 28 and 9 pins are completely done. Probably went to something. Now this one is definitely a parts console now just because of that bullshit. But the same thing happens on this one where pin 29 is completely gone. They ripped it right off the chip. and it looks like they tried to fix pin 30 and wire it back over here. I don't know if that's the right place or not, but I was like, man, you gotta be shitting me. So this one may be more repairable than the other one. It would be very, very difficult to get in there and try to solder to pin 29. I don't know that I'll ever go to that kind of effort. I'm sure I got these for really cheap a long time ago as parts units, but there's your missing controller port, missing RF. Luckily they didn't drill any holes in it, but this one is definitely toast. So yeah, this is definitely just a buyer beware video. You know, look for obvious stuff missing, like that power switch plastic, controller port, and holes drilled into it. That means somebody tried to attempt some shit and failed. And then you might open it up and find some crap like this. It's just awful.